Stop asking, "Who am I?" as if you are waiting for a verbal answer. If you sit in meditation and repeat that question like a mantra, you are not practicing self-enquiry. You are just giving your ego a spiritual toy to play with. Most seekers treat self-enquiry as an intellectual puzzle. The mind asks, "Who am I?" And the mind eagerly waits for a mystical experience to validate it. But the mind cannot find the self because the mind is the very veil hiding it. As Ramana Maharshi repeatedly pointed out, true self-enquiry is not about answering the question, "Who am I?" but tracing the one who asks it back to its source. When you ask this question, you are secretly hoping for a divine upgrade to your current identity. You want a peaceful you, an enlightened you. But the harsh truth of non-duality is this: true self-enquiry isn't about improving the person. It is about the absolute annihilation of the person you think you are. The one asking the question is exactly what needs to be destroyed. You are treating the disease with the very virus that caused it. Every time you try to locate the I, your mind throws up an image, a memory, a feeling of vastness, or a blank void. And you say, "This must be the self." No, that is just another object appearing in your awareness. If you can see it, it is not you. The true subject can never be an object. By trying to find the self, you are walking entirely in the wrong direction. The ego loves this trap. It loves the identity of the advanced spiritual seeker. It keeps you trapped in an endless loop of seeking, ensuring that the seeker survives. And as long as the seeker is alive, the illusion continues. To understand this dangerous trap, we must look at this brilliant story told by Ramana Maharshi. He compared the ego to an uninvited guest at a massive wedding. The stranger walks into the venue and acts incredibly important. To the bride's family, he pretends to be a respected elder from the groom's side. To the groom's family, he claims to be a VIP from the bride's side. Because he looks busy and authoritative, everyone serves him. He eats the best food, gives orders, and thrives entirely on the assumption that he belongs there. But what happens when the two families finally meet and ask, "Who exactly is this man?" The moment a direct, genuine inquiry begins, the uninvited guest quietly slips out the back door and vanishes. This is exactly what your ego is doing when it practices the wrong self-enquiry. It acts like the most important guest in your spiritual life. It puts on the robes, sits in meditation, and asks, "Who am I?" with grave seriousness. But the investigator is the uninvited guest himself, pretending to be busy so you never question his actual existence. He thrives on your assumption that the seeker is real. So, what is the correct enquiry? It is not about finding an answer. It is about relentlessly turning your attention toward the questioner. When the I thought arises, do not follow it outward into a story. Do not answer it. Instead, hold on to the raw feeling of I with such intense, unbroken, wordless focus that the thief is suddenly exposed to the blinding light of awareness. You do not search for the self, you stare directly at the seeker until the seeker dissolves. Maharshi said that the stick used to stir the funeral pyre eventually burns itself. True self-enquiry is that stick. It doesn't leave behind an enlightened person with a certificate of awakening. It leaves behind nothing but the pure, blazing fire of reality. Do not look for an answer. Look precisely at the one who is looking right now. In this exact fraction of a second, what remains when the seeker vanishes? Watch this again, and this time, do not listen to my words. Listen to the silence watching them.